Hello everyone, welcome to Game 4, King of the Hill, Season 3, Episode 6, and right now you are looking at a player who continues his reign of terror after just beating Jove in our third game. Von Asten, finally playing as Austere.
This is so exciting. We've got Devem up in the north of Crossing the Woods playing as the Soviet Union. So we've got a classic Eastern Front Army matchup on a classic Company Heroes map. Devem, actually the winner of both California Classic 1 and 2, up against the person that dethroned him in the last one. So this is a grudge match, a revenge match of last week. And it's actually looking like the exact same build order for Devem last time he played as Soviets versus Austere here. He's going for like the 3-4 conscript opening into Sniper. So
I feel like we've just time traveled a little bit here. It's back down right to when this game started out. We only had these two factions to play with, and I think the whole community opened up with that 3 conscript build. It's absolute classic. One want to point out, Momo, Von Asten, just before we do anything, has instantly gone for Jaeger Infantry Doctrine. He already has a preset strategy against Devem here. He's prepared to use it. Of course, G43 is going to be terrifying with those Jaeger command squads. I like it from the get-go.
I think this is super genius from him because of that ambush training. That means potentially any one of his combat capable squads can camo out and counter snipe. He doesn't necessarily have to get a sniper. So that gives him way more options to deal with a potential Soviet sniper.
That opening MG and Pioneer support play was absolutely textbook there. Managed to get the suppression close range on the Pioneer. And it's good to see, because that Pioneer can be so effective close range when the enemy units are suppressed. It's still a very good close range unit, and at the start of the game to get that retreat like that, to secure the fuel. Of course, we see Devem, he's gone for that distance decap there of the strategic point, so no early fuel for Von Asten. But a great play nevertheless.
Some standard engagements, both players testing out each side of the map to see who is what to each side. It's a good allocation of resources. Von Asten running towards this conscript in the house. I don't know why. This is just one window here, so that is smart.
Yeah, I guess actually that ends up being the best place to fight for him, so I think you have to trust actually the top level players who really study the maps in this way, and they know the best place to attack each building from. This actually looks like it's working out for him very well. There's a little model drop on the Grenadiers, a tall, and again at the front it only looks like one model firing out, so good way to try and negate the garrison.
Yeah, Devem holds firm though. Waited for both of these conscripts to come and support an engagement and force off both Grenadier and Pioneer there as he waits for his Soviet sniper.
It's Von Asten sending out units without the last model, without health. Not sure what's going on there. Actually, he's got two squads, which are going to benefit from that 4th man, and didn't quite get there. I think we've just seen ambush camouflage go up on the machine gun, which isn't going to help in the position it's in now, but
we have been granted access to
I've seen a couple times where camoed MG gets to shoot at a sniper and it is not pretty when it gets close. It's just literally an insta kill. So I hope he can pull that out for us, for the glory.
yeah, ambush camouflage is one of those abilities that's like been around since the start of the game, and no one really used it because I don't think players were really familiar with the game enough or confident enough to see the way that it's used now and how efficient it is, and like how you get the instant pin with the MG, how you can even get like damage boost on Shreks. Do you know what I mean? It's such a good ability, and the counter for a sniper just creates that extra level of difficulty for Devem. He's going to be moving around the map.
Yeah, and he's able to slowly creep up since Von Assen does not have anything ready to counter. MG is far away. None of the Grens have the camouflage up, and this has allowed Devim to harass the cutoff. And he's been hugging his sniper constantly with at least one conscript squad, so it's going to be impossible for Von Assen to just attack him with one.
Yep, Devim has just gone for urban defense tactics in the last minute. Potential of KV2 from this doctrine. And I'm not sure there, I don't know if the machine gun was camouflaged on the right hand side, the MG42, or whether it just, oh it was, I think it actually just missed the opportunity to fire the barrage, so unfortunate. And of course, Devim's going to know what kind of game Von Asten is playing now because of that.
Yeah, we'll give him a little tip off so he can be more prepared. But look at this, 251 half track is coming out. Excuse me, 250. No, it is a 251.
It is a
Never
251.
mind. Sorry, the first time. But
isn't that awful when that happens? When you're right
Yeah.
and you correct yourself?
Just trust your gut, guys. It's usually right. There we go. Flammable Warfare upgrade coming out. Shock troops locked in and called in for Devim as well. A little tougher to use on crossing the woods, but once you close in, it's gonna have a great time versus the monster core units. Oh, hits a mine immediately. And Devim also has 18 aids available too, so it's gonna be a scramble for him to get this half track away.
Right hand side, I thought the shocks might be able to make some work
Look
on
at
the
him
MG42.
running over this conscript. Look at the back tread of the 251. Look at this
I
conscript.
I can't see it. Yeah.
No, it was so funny. I guess it's for each player. That conscript by the VP for you, he was literally just wrapped around the tread on my screen. It was
Tragic.
there we go. M42 out. Got some good old hard AT for the half track. Gotta be much more careful now. And we have our first Jaeger squad.
Oh, that sniper's in a bad position. Machine gun's there.
There it
It's
is.
suppressed. And it doesn't quite do the damage it needs to.
Yeah, I think he pulled the trigger a little too early. If he waited for the sniper to get into red cover, it would have died.
Been an interesting early game so far. Devim, who's brought out the M42 light AT gun already. And wow, I'm really surprised on the left-hand side there. Engineers with the flamethrower
Wow.
only did health damage, no model drops out of that. That being said though, Shock's grenade on the right-hand side, they could end up taking down that Jaeger light infantry squad. Yes, they do. 5 men down from the grenade. And I think the conscripts actually got the killing blow there. That is devastating.
Yeah, that is a huge loss to take for Von Asten. That squad barely got onto the feet. Fortunately for Von Asten,
It's gonna happen again.
no way, so close. It's just really unfortunate for Von Asten having eaten that mine with the half track. It just took away all levels of surprise and time ultimately for him to make an impact with that. And all this time though, Devim has not healing, so his sniper's got to work with what HP it's got left after that MG ambush. M42 there available.
Oh, this is gonna be. Well, Aston's gonna be careful here. I think. Yeah, AT grenades teched by the conscript. So if the AT grenade had gone off, then I think the M42 would have been successful in taking down that 251. So Von Asten knows what Devim's game is. Just a little bit of the sprint ability there to get into the building as the M42 retreats. Can they get enough models and the crew down? Great turnaround from Von Asten actually. He's cleared up well with his 251. That could have gone entirely differently with the snare.
Absolutely. It's the calm before the T-70 arrives. So unfortunately, that rush for the T-70 meant that there's literally no healing for these Soviet squads.
The shocks! I can't believe that. Low health on the models. Like, I think 3 or 4 models just dropped immediately then. So unnecessary for DevM, who's trying to build up that manpower at the moment. Not going to have to reinforce. The shocks.
This lull in reinforcement means that Von Asten's going to be able to cap the entire map. Look at these squads and how low they are. And he also has no healing on top of all this. He's been so, you know, focused on getting more and more squads out. The M42, teching up for the T-70, all this manpower expenses means that it's going to cost them. It's actually a pretty late T-70 at that.
I think these grenadiers.
Yeah, they have a Faust. Oh, it sniped the guy Fausting. And a rifle nade coming in. Good dodge by DevM. That could have been brutal. That squad was not being protected by cover at that angle. It was quite low. Just asking to life there.
With that T-70 Faust, of course, the 251 with the flamethrower upgrade decides to try and clear the center VPs. M42 AT gun. Still a threat. Still a reliable threat to this unit. And loving this ambush camouflage MG there on the right hand side. DevM just can't use his sniper effectively anywhere on the map, really.
Yeah, one little misstep, that thing's gonna die. It's at like less than 20% health. He spent all his manpower trying to reinforce his squads. He's had his shocks here for the last 2-3 minutes. Biding his time to get that out on the field. He's got to wait another minute to actually get healing. He's got no other way to do it. Look at these camoed Grens gonna Faust this T-70. Pack 40 has just hit the field, so no follow-up there, unfortunately, but this map is getting redder and redder.
See Von Asten, there's activity with that 251 again. I think with the right timing, you know, the 251 could even base dive. God, I'd love to see that. Is that right side still pretty open? I don't think I've seen DevM put mines down. So I'm going to little click around to see if there's any I can't see, but it's relatively undefended. And really he's just trying to swing the light AT gun left and right across the center bridge. Shocks. I don't know what range DevM thinks the shocks are effective at, but it isn't this range.
Yeah, definitely not. There's a half track to force off these shots.
Machine gun there's the shock troops haven't spotted it. Now I guess we should look here because Von Asten, he quick teched there. He was actually teching up to battle phase 2. He's skipped and gone all the way to tier 3. There's sorry, to battle phase 3. So tier 4 is being built in his base right now. And actually he's already got a decent amount of fuel, plus 32 in minutes. Not going to be long before he has a bigger unit out on the field. What do you think he'll go for? Something like the Brumbar?
Yeah, if he's this far ahead with his income, Brumbar makes the most amount of sense. And then it's the Panther to deal with the KV2, but I can't even say that we'll even get far enough for the KV2 if things continue going so well for Von Asten. KV2 is almost 7 CPs away for DevM. A lot of fuel away, and he is committed to his double T-70 strat. Oh no, just canceled it. Maybe he might go for a 76. Look at that damage from the Jaeger squad. Just immediately did half the health of that sniper.
That grenade! That grenade!
Grenade.
That was a good grenade. I don't know how he really knew that unit was there. And he's chasing down with those PPSHs. Got to get close up with the Grenadiers to start taking this side. Conscripts, of course, flanked on the left. So some territory going back into Devem's hands. And here's going to be another Faust. I think the AT gun is in a good position here as well. So this could be the end of the T-70. One more shot, I think, from that AT gun. There's shot blockers in the way because of that stone wall. So not the best positioning for the AT gun. But can he get that last one? He's going to have to take a guess shot, surely. Surely. That was such an anticlimax.
He's doing his
bail on that.
On the calculator before he tried it. Quick formula.
We can dream, you know. Casting is made up of those moments that you take chances on, and it's just sad that 90% of them completely terrible.
Nice rifle nade from Von Assen. Forced that conscript out of green cover so it could get suppressed by the MG42, giving him room to chase down the sniper, get it really. But unfortunately for him, the ships are waiting around the corner.
Oh, Von Asten is having no problems at the moment on the left-hand side. He will be pretty uncontested. How long has Devem had double fuel for? I think this has been a couple of minutes now at least that Devem's been in control of both fuels.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Actually, maybe just over a minute.
What did he spend on fuel when he canceled the T-70?
I'm really not sure. I just don't think he's had that much fuel in this game so far. Actually, I think Von Asten's controlled double for a pretty decent amount of time, especially when he had the MG42 on the right-hand side of the map. Von Asten, of course, is going to go for the Brumbear, which I think we always believed that was going to happen.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Man, this poor T-70 keeps getting caught out by camoed infantry guys that are snaring it.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
Pack 40 caught out here. Could get sniped. No, it just gets out of the conscript's range there.
Loving the double M42 attack on this Grenadier squad.
Those things are tough.
It's beautiful.
They're really good when they get their anti-infantry shells out. I forgot what it's called. It's not H5. All I know is it's really good.
There's that Brumbear, and its first target is the shock troops. It's a lot of health taken down on that first shot. Danger for Devem, though, has no reliable anti-tank whatsoever. Nearly 20 minutes into the game.
The M42, when they're masked up like that, it's pretty effective. 2 is going to be hard to deal with a Brumbear. It will bounce a lot, but he's got something. Look at these conscripts just waiting, biding their time. There we go. Finally retreating. Needs to be careful. It might come up here. Brumbear targeting a little awkwardly.
Well, that was painful to watch. But fairly simple, I think, for Von Asten at this moment. I think we're just about to see 2 squads perhaps suppressed on the right-hand side. In fact, they actually move around the arc of fire before the ambush camouflage kicks in. Brumbear out in the center of the map. There are the M40 AT guns trying to penetrate the frontal armor. T-70 can't. And actually, they're getting some penetrating shots off, which is good. Is it going to be enough?
Careful walking over that teller. Ooh, 18-8 connects with the half track, and he picks it up. Huge pickup for Devem. Really needed to kill that, because they kept counter harassing every time they tried to cap a side of the map.
Actually, I think what Devem's got here is what I commonly see as a really good situation on this map, where you have the sniper that is spotting for AT guns across the river. And this is a really good position to be in. The sniper harassment in this game has been really good so far. 16 kills, which isn't the best we've seen in terms of sniper play, but it has had huge issues from ambush camouflage from the austere. But I feel like this game is only just starting up, Momo.
Yeah, it's getting juiced now. Oh, look at that minesweeping right there from the broom bar. Takes out quite a few shock troops on top of it. Look at him, he's trying to chase down the M42s.
He'll
Oh, what
get
a
it.
huge hit.
Oh, this is so dangerous. What was that Grenadier doing? Von Asten carelessly throws away a Grenadier, picks up 2 M42 AT guns in the center, and I think wipes a conscript squad with the Jaeger infantry on the top left. So both players losing out, but Devem I think comes off much worse in that engagement.
Yeah, he lost both his M42s. Was going to try to clear it, but since that pack is at 2 men, he can't risk that getting killed. Giving Devem time to cap one of them. Replacement conscript, combat engineer, and SU-85 coming out from Devem.
Actually, I'm happy to see the SU-85. Definitely say that.
They're good on crossing. And just some hard AT.
The squad of pioneers has arrived. The enemy is taking our territory.
Well, nice actually gets to recruit one of these M42s. It's gonna be annoying to deal with.
I love that they've been able to just like hold the game to this point.
We are losing a sector.
They've had a lot to put up with. What is Von Asten doing constantly with
Look at
these
this
lone...
camo. Oh, is he gonna rifle nade it? No! What is he
going
doing?
on?
What? Thought he was going for some next level rifle nade with a single grenadier. It looked like it was about to kneel and shoot it, but yeah. Picks up a grenadier there. He's down to a single grenadier. And look at this, Devem's ahead by like 20 pop caps somehow. He's just, without even you noticing, he's taken the game under his control.
Yeah,
Surely
getting the
was
M42s
behind.
back is... I think because he's recruited the 2 M42s, he's definitely back up on that front. But actually with the SU-85 there as well, and still having the sniper for spotting, he's in an excellent position right now to deal with his what is only the Brumbear, and Von Asten's going for a Panzerwerfer as the answer to this. A Panzerwerfer as the answer to this. I don't like that.
Forces are securing our territory.
Yeah, this is gonna be... I mean, he can make it work if he gets
He's 18
lucky
gun.
and times the barrage is right. Yeah, this M42 is looking like it's gonna die. And all this Devem has kept his T-70 alive, so that thing is gonna have a great time clearing all these squads.
We are suffering losses. Half-Trek has arrived.
Well, alright, I'm waiting to see what this Panzerwerfer's gonna do. I'm intrigued, but Von Asten is top level player, he's played out of his skin today and is reigning king, so I'm going to have a little faith in what his strategy is here.
100 points remaining.
Yeah, and Devem's actually knocked him down under 200 VPs now. And all this fighting back and forth, he's had control of the VPs the entire time. M42 gets caught out again. SO-85 using its focus sight.
Infantry squad has been killed.
There comes the first Warfare barrage. What is it looking for? Looks like it's going for that AT gun and sniper. Ooh, he shot it in the retreat path, but look at that. The sniper just ran through the rockets themselves.
It was a really good idea, and
Straight
actually
out
he put it in the right place, but no luck. And that's unfortunate. Rumba there just suffering against that SU-85 on the right hand side. Von Asten is trying to capture VPs. We now have a T-34. Suddenly Devem has exploded and completely dominates the field, both vehicles and infantry.
Von Asten scrambling to get all this support crews back into base to reinforce, and He's just so strapped for manpower right now. Trying to rebuild, just building a fresh grenadier.
See Von Asten running for the fuel, passing that VP. Thinking, is that what you need right now? About to drop down to 150.
This sniper's been so much work. I think it was really the key to DevM's victory here. It's keeping that alive and just bleeding out Von Asten non-stop. He was close on more than one occasion on killing that, but just wasn't able to close the deal.
We have casualties.
Another squad? That was the M42 again.
Oh, 18 nade coming from the conscripts as the T-34-76 moves in. Where's the pack in all this? It's still rotating around at a bad angle, more towards a and it's gonna get circled here. Werfer comes out, hopefully to protect the Pack 40, but it's gonna get cleared out. Oh, it's a total miss.
What was that aimed? That was like right on a retreat path that helps nobody. And of course the Panzerwerfer is completely out of position. T-34 is gonna take this shot. There's the Panzerwerfer. What strategy was this? There will be a foul from the Grenadiers, but nothing at all to finish it. 80 gun for the Austerians dropped outside of the base, and here's the Su-85.
Just went right through the Broom Bear. But it looks like it's gonna clean up, especially with this rear armor. It's gonna be no problem at all.
And I think we're about to see Von Asten lose his reign here. He's just dropped down below the 100 mark. It's a triple cap for DevM. Still hasn't given up. But really, there is not a chance, I think.
Yeah, he's got no AT gun. Way to the Soviet Union. 6-man Pack 40 is a total nightmare. And the VPs are ticking. On top of everything, he's down to less than 80.
I'm not sure I see any chance back from this moment. But another T-34 has now hit the field. Von Asten wants to go for the center. There is absolutely no way he is getting through those engineers and the conscripts. Now with the T-34 support as well. Von Asten trying to bring a machine gun over to the left-hand side, but no way. Von Asten understands this and is going to throw in the towel. GG to DevM, our new king.
GZ.